Hey, West Tennessee, Chief Meteorologist Tom Miners recording this quick weather update for you just after 10:30, about a quarter to 11 o'clock actually, with basically a couple of updates for you about what tomorrow holds in store for West Tennessee, Saturday, March 9th. Now, it's quite foggy out there, as you can see, as this live look shows you from Union City. Of course, again, this is at 10:45 here, but you get the picture. It's been a foggy start to the day in that part of West Tennessee. On our website, you can see that the current visibility is quite poor, actually, in much of northwest Tennessee, stretching all the way through Dyersburg, Martin, Camden, and Parsons. And while we do have a lot more moisture now than we did yesterday, we still are kind of lacking enough moisture to get us really a lot of showers or even any thunderstorms just yet. That will start to change. This is a look at the satellite showing the dew points across the country, where you can really see this kind of onion looking like structure where these different layers of dew points get much higher as you go farther south. Right now, again here, just 10:45, the dew points are already in the low 70s in in Bay City, in just outside of Houston, many parts of Texas there. Here in West Tennessee, our dew points are still in the lower to middle 40s, but then also getting into the lower 50s. So we are starting to see some of that moisture start to stream back into the Mid-South. You can see that here on this page that analyzes those dew points, that we have that moisture starting to surge farther north, and that's going to start to enhance the potential for showers and thunderstorms in West Tennessee. Now, I've been looking over lots of data this morning, all week, as we've been planning for this day. I look at what the weather back in the day, basically historically, has looked like when we've had similar setups to what we have coming tomorrow. One particular date shows up a lot in at least the last 8 model runs. One of them has shown up in all 8, actually, for what day is most like tomorrow, and that is February 24th, 2001. This is what that date looked like. It shows you the 25th, but basically it's those severe reports in a 24-hour period from noon on February 24th to noon on February 25th back in 2001. You can see a lot of damaging winds actually came through that day, as well as some hail and even some tornadoes, some even long-tracked in parts of Mississippi and Arkansas. That really still appears to be where our greatest threat and potential for severe weather is tomorrow. Let me walk you through the forecast, though, a few hours at a time. This is from just one model, so one potential way for tomorrow to pan out. As we go through today, here's a look at noon on Friday, today, March 8th. You can actually see that we still have those showers and then a little bit of a break in northwest Tennessee from that rain. I think we're still going to have some foggy conditions tonight, but you see that rain starts to come back north. This is midnight tonight, heading in towards tomorrow. And then we start to see some kind of nasty thunderstorms come through around 9 a.m. on Saturday. Now, they're pretty scattered. A lot of us might be missing them, and many of us may be getting some pretty heavy rain and maybe even some frequent lightning. But that's coming through tomorrow morning. As I show you what noon looks like, you see that rain starts to stop, with that being round 1. And then we still have this really kind of scattered activity peppered across West Tennessee as we start to go into the afternoon there. That's a look actually at 6 p.m. So between 3 p.m. and 6 p.m., the cold front finally comes in, where the drier air starts to take over some of that really moist air coming in tomorrow morning and afternoon. And then we're all done by about 9 or midnight tomorrow night. Another way to look at this, though, and again, one thing that I get asked all the time are we going to have tornadoes tomorrow? Everybody always wants to know that. So let me go ahead and actually take a look at what tomorrow is going to look like at 9 a.m. There's that first round coming in. You see that? If we look at something called the significant tornado parameter, that really kind of shows us all of the ingredients going into causing tornadoes to develop, what we see here happen is ultimately that number, or that potential parameter for those tornadoes, is less than 1. It's a pretty low number on the scale, as you can see here on the bottom of the screen. Right when those nasty thunderstorms are coming through, you really don't see a lot of those parameters for tornadoes to develop coming in. So we don't really start to see those parameters come in until we get to between 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. in the afternoon and early evening. And then later at night, again, there's not really much going on. So what I think we're going to be watching tomorrow, what I think we're going to be looking for here is this second round. When the cold front actually comes in, do we still have enough energy to start to see some thunderstorms develop that could start to rotate? I think our main concerns tomorrow are still this. I think we're still looking at mostly a threat for large hail in those early thunderstorms that come through in the morning and early afternoon there. and then potentially some damaging winds with that, although those seem to be a little bit more likely in the later thunderstorms. If it's still likely for us to see severe weather, if we can start to see the energy come back into the atmosphere. So the probability for tornadoes in West Tennessee is low, but it is on the scale. It is still one that we're watching. So Mo is going to have an update on the latest risk for severe weather tomorrow coming up on midday and noon on ABC and CBS, because we're a level 2 out of 5 right now and to a 3 out of 5. So parts of West Tennessee that you don't see here, at least in this graphic, are at least under an enhanced risk for severe weather. But that may still get updated in the latest forecast there from the Storm Prediction Center with the National Weather Service coming up here around 11:30, and again later tonight at midnight when it gets updated once more. So make sure you tune in, and we'll have the very latest forecast. We'll walk you through it hour by hour to help you plan your weekend coming up on WBBJ.